I'm from the bottom of the world, as you've just heard from the host here that introduced me today, and it's my pleasure to be with you to share with you. I'm sure you've had such amazing guests over the last weeks, months, and maybe over the last year inside your team. And I'm just one of those persons that has been in here since March 2020, and so I'm really pleased to be able to share with you my journey and hopefully to inspire you to do better inside your business with Crowd1. So I'm going to share a little bit about who I am, because maybe you've seen me, maybe you haven't, right? So you've heard a little bit about me. Yes, I am a bit older. I've got some kids. I've done some businesses. I've worked as a police officer for 13 years. I'm not going to arrest you tonight, so that's okay, right? Don't worry, no arrest, no handcuffs for you. So yeah, I worked offline for maybe 30 plus years. I mean, my life fell apart, and I came home one day from working, and then I found that my wife had moved out. She'd taken half the property as well as the kids, and so my life really changed in a very fast amount of time. I found out that we sold our home, and I had to move back to my mother and my father's home while I was in my early 40s. And so if you've ever had your life fall apart, that's, then you'll know what it feels like to feel like you don't have anything and you don't know what to do. That's where I was at. And it took me 2 years of trying to work out who I was and where I was going to be going next inside my life. The hardest time in my life, which that was, actually helped me to open up to online, and actually helped me to open up to Crowd1. Because before that, I just thought there was offline and that's it. It's all I would ever work in my life. So that's what happened to me. And so during that very, very difficult time in my life, my mother, as you all know in Philippines, your family is very close. My mother is Samoan, and she was very close to me. So she would come knocking on my door many times. She'd go, knock, 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 and I'll be in my bedroom, and she'd go, Stephen, are you okay? And then I'd go, no, Mom, I'm not okay. And she'll come up to me, and she'll come and put her hand on my shoulder. She'd come give me a kiss. She said, don't worry, you'll be okay. Maybe write a book about this one day. And then she said, are you hungry? It's another thing that Filipinos will love, right? And so, my mum would have big salmon feed, and she'd come and care for me. So I had her plus a few key friends that helped me during the most difficult time in my life. Through that time, I learned a lot of things about myself. I learned to take responsibility. I learned not to blame other people. I learned that, life was not over, that even though my life fell apart after decades of building it, I could do something different. I just didn't know what the different was. But you know what I found out? Is that difference was to be able to build on the internet world and to build online, which you can see now that's what I'm doing, and with Crowd1. So let's come forward a few years, because a person started to introduce me to this online world, and I didn't know what to do, right? So it was travel was the first one I was into, and I failed totally got it all wrong, didn't know what to do. Lasted 10 months, made no money. The next one was DNA. It's really good because you get to learn about yourself, get to do products and services. And I was a little bit successful in that one, but not enough to leave my normal job. And then there was this other one of water. I tried the water one. Oh, I totally failed with that one as well. But you know what? One of the things I learned is that no matter what, you've got to keep trying. Maybe something different, but if you don't keep trying, then you don't succeed. You won't make it. You'll have to go back to what you used to do. So I knew I had to keep trying, because I could see the internet was the way forward in life, the online rather than just the offline. Offline is good, but that's what everyone's done until the internet came along. But now robots are taking over the internet. You can do a lot of things online. COVID is here. And so online is very, very important to consider so that you can change your life faster. Because you know what? If I was to hold up a pen, I don't have a pen in front of me, but let's just say I had a pen, right? And you look at your wall, the nearest wall to you, and you had that pen, and you put a dot on that wall, just a dot. Can you see that dot? Just imagine the dot if you haven't got a pen. Do you know what that dot would be? That would be your job, your offline job in your place where you live. If it's got no internet capability of selling their products and the services. So that little dot is your job. And that little dot is how far or how high you can go up in that job. And it's also how much you can make in that job. But do you know what the rest of the wall is? Can you guess? The rest of the wall is the internet world. So the internet world has billions of people that are plugged in, and it has many, many opportunities, including Crowd1, which you can be successful. So if you stay with the dot, you will always have a dot income and a dot progression. But if you plug into the online world, you'll have the wall in front of you. Crowd1 will be one part of that, and you can change your life faster and greater. And that's what this is about. We want to help you to learn a new way so that you can change your life faster and greater. Isn't that encouraging? Yeah. So when I joined, someone came to me, and maybe you're like this. I thought I knew it all. So someone came to me before COVID, and they said, Stephen, you want to join Crowd1? Have a look. I went, no. Then someone else came along and said, Stephen, you want to join Crowd1? I thought I knew it all. I said, no. And then a third person came along, and they just asked me, Stephen, you want to join? And I looked at them and I said, no. I already said no, no. And so I'm saying no to you too. So guess what happened after I say no? I decided to leave my job. I was 49 years old. I thought, I'm tired of this job. I want to do something different. And just as I said that, COVID came along. Imagine that. We've all had COVID come along. And so here I was, no job, COVID hit. We were all going to be locked inside. The whole world was starting to get locked inside. In my country, New Zealand, was getting locked inside too. So I had no money. I had still kids to feed. I had my bills to pay, and I had no money, no job to do it with. So guess what happened? One of those persons I said no to came back to me. So the fourth time someone came to me with this business, Crowd1, they said, Stephen, I just feel you on my heart, and so I just wanted to share with you. Would you have a look? You know what I said? Yes. I said, yes. They might have got a bit of a shock, but I said yes. And so all I did in that first few months is I thought, okay, I'm locked inside. What am I going to do? I've got no money, I've got no job, and I've got lots of time. So I thought I'm going to learn from all the presentation, all the training, and I'm going to log into the back office and find out what is this Crowd1 all about. So that's what I did. I hope you're doing the same, because that's how one of the ways you will become successful or more successful. Plug into trainings, presentations, and also the back office, as well as look online on YouTube, Facebook, and other places so that you can grow who you are and what you're doing. So I did that for 2 months, and then I started to earn money. By 2 months, I was a coordinator 3, just about manager 1. That's in 2 months. And then I was able to ring up my government and say, hey, I don't need any more assistance, because I had to lean on the government. Maybe you have assistance, maybe you do not. So I rang and I said, oh, no, I don't need assistance. And then I keep building, learning, growing. And you know what? By 8 months, by November 2020, that's when I became, 2020, yes, I became a Director1 star. So I got a shock because within 8 months, I became Director1 star, and I also a 6-figure earner. And I never been a 6-figure earner. Now, 6 figures in my country, I think if it's 100,000 in New Zealand, I think it's 4 times that inside Philippines. So I think it might be, you'll have to check it, 100,000 New Zealand to PHP. I think it's about 400,000 PHP. I'm not sure, something like that. So imagine that, so much money, right? And me, in my 30 years of living, never, ever got $100,000 in New Zealand. Even a police officer, I worked for police for 13 years. At the end of 13 years, it's a very stressful job, very dangerous job. 13 years, $77,000. Can you imagine that? But here I am in Crowd1, first year I'm on the online business. When other online business, I fail, and then earn a little bit. This one, very, very successful. So that set me free from working 9 to 5 jobs. So when COVID lockdown finished, guess what? I didn't have to go back to work. I just kept working online and then meeting some people offline. Wouldn't you love to do that? And wouldn't you love to wake up when you want to and sleep when you want to and do whatever you want to during the day? Of course, right? You might want to work. You might want to do your job as a hobby. It's better if you can do it as a hobby and then spend time with your kids, time with your spouse, and time doing the things that you've only been dreaming about. So that's what I did after that, becoming a Director1 star. So there's a bit about my journey. So what happened after that? Between now, that was 2020, very exciting time. Traveled, went to Australia, to Singapore, and then last year, middle of last year, I went to Dubai, met Jonas Eric Werner, shook his hand, and also a lot of the President Ronnie, and you would know others as well, you know, directors 1, 2, and 3 from all around the world, as well as other presidents, and even Ambassador George and President Eddie. So all these people got to be able to meet over there in Dubai. Very wonderful to be with them and to hear firsthand what is going on. Maybe you want to go to Dubai, you can. I'm aiming to go back there in the middle of this year. So I'm just making sure I get everything done here, make sure COVID is sorted, and then go back over. So maybe I will see you there, right? Or in the Philippines. I'm planning to come to the Philippines as well. Maybe in the second half of the year. Got some friends over there. I said, yeah, I'll come and see you. I'll try to come in the second half of this year. Let's see if that can happen. If it does, maybe I'll see you there as well. Okay, so if you've got questions, feel free to save them or put them in the chat and they'll be asked later on. But I'm going to share with you now some helpful information which will help the new people, as well as help to refresh maybe you, the person that's have some struggles or like rejection or about being motivated. Well, I'm going to share some information about that right now. So let me share my screen. And let's see. And this may make you laugh, right? Let's have a look. See? Have a look at this. This is called the KISS principle. And it's very, very cool. It's let me just see if I can show my video while I'm talking. There you go. You can see me, and let's just have it there. So hello, everybody, and I'll hide this. So I'm going to share with you. It's called the KISS principle, and it stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. And why do I share this with you? Well, have a look at this. The reason I do that is because this was brought up in the Navy in 1960, so a long time ago. But what it really says is that it's a way to, the way things work best is if they're done it the most simplest way, rather than making it really complex. So I'm going to share with you some things which will make Crowd1 simpler so that you can do it better, faster. Okay, so let's have a look. Here's the difference between doing it the KISS principle way and doing it your way or somebody else's way that's got lots and lots of it. If you can't understand when someone is talking, it's going to be like that mess. But if you can find a very simple way to do something, then you can follow that and you'll be more successful. So let's look at the KISS principle, especially as it relates to Crowd1. The first thing that you need to do when you join Crowd1, and which is what I did when I first joined, is to plug in. So that means to plug into presentations, into trainings, and also to do your homework on the Crowd1 back office, as well as to look all around on the internet. Plug in Crowd1, plug in promotions, plug in Plan.ix, or whatever it is that you're searching for. The more that you're able to do that, then the more you will be successful. See, some people are so used to all of their lives being told what to do. And what happens when you're told what to do all your life? We can become lazy. We can become, we don't take our own initiative. But when you join this business Crowd1, what we have to learn is to take responsibility ourselves. So think about this. Anyone that's working a 9-to-5 job like I did, you'd go to work, right? You'd go to work on the bus, the taxi, the bike, or the walking, or whatever it is you did to go to work. Sometimes you could forget about it. You wouldn't even remember how you got to work. Sometimes you won't even remember how you got back home. Sometimes you won't even remember what you did at work. See, that's a normal job that you can go there You don't even have to talk to people if you don't want to. You can be quiet. You can eat your lunch or dinner inside the corner of the room and no one will notice. You don't even have to share anything about your life inside there and you will still get paid. You don't even have to work hard if you don't want to. Some jobs you can just go there, show up, just smile and wave, not even smile if you don't want to, and then you know what, go home, get paid. And you can do that for 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, all your life. But in online business, inside businesses like Crowd1, you actually got to show up. You can't just depend on other people to do the work. You've actually got to learn yourself. And this may be different. So the first thing I want to tell you is that because it's different, it may be hard for you to do it, but you need to persist and take that responsibility. And number one is plug into the things that are around you that are provided so that you can be successful. So that's number one. What's number two? Number two is I want you to consider making a list, and that's very, very important. Why a list? Now, a list is of the people that you know or inside your life. They can be close people, they can be people that are a bit distant, and maybe they can be also strangers. But whatever it is, you need a list of people that you can reach out to and share this business with. Now, that list you can write down on your mind. I've got a lot of people on my mind. I go, yeah, straight away they come to my mind and I go, yep, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to share with them. Maybe you're like that, you know, or you can use your computer or phone. Let me just move that away. You can use your computer or phone. See, a lot of us are very good with the mobile devices. So all you can do is open up the notes and then you can write it on there. Oh, yeah, I need to talk to this person, this person, this person. Write a list of people. Put a date beside it when you talk to them so that you can know that you're, oh yeah, I approached them last time. And you can also know when you may approach them another time in the future. Very important. And number three, and the easiest traditional way is to put it on paper. So whichever way you're going to write your list of people that you're going to approach on your mind, on your computer or phone, or on paper, do it one or more of these ways. Why? Because then you can monitor your progress, how you're approaching them, when you're approaching them, who you're approaching. And you can see, oh, there's someone that I'm scared of. They usually call it the chicken list. If you're afraid of it, they call it the chicken list. But at some point, you need to approach that person. Because if Crowd1 is going worldwide, then someone's going to approach that person that you're chicken of. So you will need to have that on your list so that at some point you can approach them. Some of those people on your list will be hot. It's your hot list. You know what they are? You're the people that are closest to you, the people that you know really well. Now, sometimes the people that you know really well are easy to approach. You know, you can talk to them, they love you, they care about you, they trust you, and they will join you. But sometimes the people that know us the best, they guess what? They say, nah, I'm not going to join you. What do you know? You know nothing. I know you. And they got us in a box. And so they won't trust us. They said, I'll wait and see. We'll see what you do. And then maybe afterwards, let's see if you make any money. See, they'll watch you. So whether they are on your hot list in terms of they will join you straight away, or no, they just want to wait and watch. Whatever they are, you need to, if they want to see what you do, you need to show them. And but if they're in your hot list, then just join them on and that'll be fine. So write down that list. Let's look at number three. What are we going to do next? Number three, and this is probably the only thing that you really need to do well, besides one more, which I'll share later, just a little bit later on. You know what? You don't have to be the great presenter. You don't have to be a trainer. You don't have to do any single other thing except do what? Is invite people. See, because if you don't invite people, guess what? Your business won't grow. Your personal business won't grow much. I can't say it won't grow at all because since it's a crowd, if people come on your binary, that means they can drop underneath you, like they can have the spillover from someone above, right? So they can spill over under you. So you can earn, but unless you invite people, then you know you're not going to grow very much at all. And that's very important because especially if your dream is to change your life, then you need to invite more people so that more people can see this. And when they are ready, they can join under your team. And so then you can grow and become a team leader, a coordinator, a manager, director, and further up. Is that you? Become the best inviter. See, I can do everything else for you. Your presenters, your trainers can do everything else. But the one thing we can't do for you is invite. That is your job, your one job. So become the best inviter. And I'm going to give you one really good way of how to treat the way you invite, okay? Here's one. Treat it like you're going to see a movie. And you are going to be the teaser, not the movie. So what do I mean by that? When you go and talk to people, don't tell them everything about crowd one, because they'll just go, it'll just blow their mind. Instead, just say, I found something really, really exciting. Like you're going to a movie. The movie was real awesome. Just, I went to this thing last night online. It's really awesome. Treat it like you're telling them about a movie. No one likes to hear someone tell them the movie, right? So no one likes to hear people share crowd one if they don't know. Be the teaser so that they will come and be excited to listen or watch the presentation or the training with you, and make sure you go with them, okay? So that's a little something to help you. What are we going to look at next? Become the best inviter. Be yourself. This is number 4. And you may think this is funny, but a lot of people, when they join online businesses, they suddenly change. It's like they start being a weirdo. And what do I mean by that? They start talking funny. They start using big words. They start spamming links all around the place. If you're laughing right now, you know why? That's because it's you, right? You did it. I know I did it. I did it as well. And but you know, and we have some funny stories in our team. We had some people come say, you know what? I reached out to my friends and I spammed them. We'll send links and said all this stuff. And you know what? When I finally met some of my friends in person, then they said, oh, was that you? I thought someone had hacked your account because it was coming to me and I didn't know who it was. See, if you don't show it's you, and if you change your behavior, then people will think your account, social media or your text or your Facebook has been hacked. So be yourself. Share the excited way that you are with this business. If you're excited, you know what? The best way is to share how you're excited about other things. Share how you're excited about this thing. What is it that excited you? And if someone joined you, if someone joined you, what was it that why did you join them? Think about that. Sometimes we forget that as well. It's like, you know what? Yeah, they didn't tell me everything. They actually just said a few things, and I was excited about what they said. So I came and watched a presentation or listened to one, and then I was excited about that, and then I joined. See, be the teaser, not the movie. Be yourself, because that's what people want to see. They don't want to see someone else. They want to see you growing as a person. So show them over time that you're changing your life, and you know what? You'll break their boxes, and they will start to get curious about what you're doing. They will want to see what you're doing. And I'm going to show you a little bit later, even the people who say no, a lot of them will come back, especially if you don't write them off. That means if you don't say something like, you know, stuff you know, don't say something like that. But if you just say, that's okay, no worries, then at some point in the future, they will join you if you be yourself and treat other people with respect. Okay, so let's have a look at what is next here. And that is, oh, we've got people coming in all the time, which is good, is edification. This is the 3-way call. You may or may not have made use of this. It is so important. Why is this important? Let's have a look at it first, what it is. Third-party calling and edification. So you are going to invite your prospects. You know, they've heard about Crowd One, they're interested in Crowd One, but they know you too well. Even if you know a lot about the business and you share with them, guess what sometimes happens? Is they go, oh, I know that, I know you. Yeah, thanks for sharing, but they just like treat it for granted. So what the expert can just be someone who knows just as much as you, or they can be someone that knows more than you. What you do is you say, hey, how about I get someone on the call that has been in the business for quite a long time and they're very successful. you know what? And then you talk about that person who's more successful. You talk about, oh, they're a director or they're a president. They've been in the business like this. They've earned this amount of money. They're traveling the world, even during COVID. They're very excited. They're bubbly. They went from being a police officer or a different business to now working online. And now they spend a lot of their life with their kids, doing what they want to do. Wake up when they want, go to sleep when they want. See, you talk up the person who's the expert. You get your prospect on the line with you. You edify the expert, introduce them to your person, and then you let that person, the expert, talk to your prospect. You know what? If it's done well, at the end of that three-way call, guess what will happen? Most times what will happen is that the prospect will say, yep, that's what I needed to know. Thank you, I will join you. So very important, the three-way call can make a big difference when you're struggling and you don't have other people, when you're struggling and you think, oh, they're just not, I'm not able to get through. Use an expert and that will help you probably to get over the line. So there's another helpful hint for you. Next we have on here is when people reject you or accept. You know, you're going to have, when you talk and invite people, I know this is a sore point for many of us, is that we don't like, no one likes to be rejected, right? But I'm going to give you a helpful hint or key on how to treat rejection so that you don't take it personally. Now, people, when you talk about any business, but we're talking about Crowd1 specifically here, is, you know what will happen is they're going to be one of three areas. They're going to be in the red light, the orange light, or the green zone. So let's have a look what the red light is. So you share with them, and what are they going to look at? They're going to see the business Crowd1 and they're going to say no. Or what I like to say, not at the moment. See, people will say no. And why will they say no? Remember, I said no 3 times. Why did I say no? Because I thought I knew what this business was about. But did I? No, I did not. I had a wrong understanding. You know what? Someone said too much to me. What they said is they mentioned gambling. They also mentioned gaming. At the time, I had just spent $3,000 over the last few years on gaming. So I was tired of gaming. I'd wasted so much money. The other thing is I wasn't really into lotto. So when I heard that, I thought, oh, is this business about gaming and lotto? No, thank you. That's why I said it. But it's only when I understood differently when COVID came along and I had no job, then I really listened and I realized, oh, this is not lotto. You don't have to do lotto if you don't want to. It's not about just gaming. And I thought, oh, those games look good and you can earn money from the games. Okay, and you can win prizes. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Because the games I was playing, I didn't win any prizes. See, so then when I had the better understanding, then you know what? My no became a not at the moment to become the green, which is what I'll get to next. So just realize that when people say no to you, it's not no, it's no to their understanding of what Crowd1 is. So the better we help their understanding, the better their no will turn to be no at the moment. That's what mine ended up being. The person who introduced me thought, Stephen doesn't really understand this. So they came back to me a second time and I changed. And a lot of people will change. There's a saying that goes, you can't make a yes person run away. And that means you can't turn off a yes person. See, I was a yes person, I just didn't know that. And you can't turn on a no person. If a person is just a no, they will always remain a no, no matter how much money, how much products and services are put in front of them. But a lot of people are yes, because not everybody, most people don't want to work 9 to 5 for 40 years of their life to not make much and to retire on a little bit, you know? So most people will be open to a business like Crowd1. So not at the moment. That's number one. What's number two? What number two is I'm nearly there. So that's when person looks at the business, maybe it's the first time or maybe it's the 4th time like me. And I see they look at it, they listen, they do their homework, they start to understand it better, and they go, you know what, I'm nearly there. And then so you can talk to them, say, well, what is it that you're struggling with? What is it that I can help you with that will take you from an orange to a green, to be all in? And they will tell you, they say, oh, I just need to know, is there offices around? So they'll tell you. Or they just said, I just want to know more about the compensation plan. Or I just want to hear from someone who's actually done it for the last 2 years, just to see if it's worth it so that I can go in there. I just want to make sure. See, so you're going to help the person who's nearly there to move forward. Remember, one of the ways that you can do that is the freeway call, which I shared with you just a bit earlier. Now, the third person is the one that's I'm all in. And that's the person that sees this presentation or the training or whatever it is. They're just part of the community somehow, and they say, I'm all in. When they say they're all in, just get them all in. You don't have to talk anymore. Just say, great, this is what we do. They will do it, and they'll be in, and then you will do what I've shared with you. What is it? Help them to plug in, help them to write their list on their mind, on their mobile device, or on the paper. You'll help them to be the best inviter, to be the teaser, not the movie. Tell them, don't change yourself, be yourself. And then make use of the freeway call. So you don't have to know nothing, don't have to present, you don't have to train, just be the best inviter and bring them to me, and we will plug them into the system and we'll be successful. Great. Wow, okay, let's move forward, because this is going to be helpful for you. So that's 3 different areas that all people will fall into, and I'm going to help you to turn a lot of the reds into oranges and into greens over the next weeks, months, and years. So let's have a look. See this? Many of us have gone to Jollibee's, McDonald's, KFC, you name it, we've been there. But when you go up there and you go and order your meal, your drink, or whatever it is, remember, do you ever get them asking you, oh, would you like fries with that? Do you want to upsize? Remember that they ask you those questions, right? Just as you're going to order, you say, no, or no, thank you, salamat, but no, you know, and so we will just turn them down. Do you think the person on the other side of the counter gets upset when we say no? No, they don't. Because see, all they're doing is what they've been trained. They've been trained to say, hey, thank you, here's the food, but would you like more? And so if we say no, they just go, oh, fine. And then they just carry on and finish your order and then give it to you when it's ready, see? And that's the attitude that you and I have to have when people say no to us. So when you go and talk to them, you're sharing with them crowd one, and it's like the person behind the counter. They're saying, would you like more? You're saying, would you like to join crowd one? They say no. The person behind the counter doesn't take offense. They don't feel rejected, and you don't take offense. You don't get rejected. Why? Because it's not really about them rejecting you. It's them just rejecting the understanding of what the business is about at the moment. Or maybe they're like me. I was in a job and there was no COVID, so I was comfortable. So maybe they're comfortable. See, it's not about you. It's about where they are at. And so if you remember that, and remember the front counter, that don't feel rejected just because they say no, you know what? It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to make them feel better too. Because they're either red, yellow, red, orange, or green, and we just got to respect that. And if you respect that, they will respect you better for that as well. Let's have a look. Here's another reason why people may be saying no at the moment to you and to me. See, look at this, and this shows a lot of our products and services inside Crowd1. Mixers there, you're probably playing the games, right? Multi-wallets to come, Mindo's there. Have you plugged into the videos? I've watched them all. Live Trends, I've used Live Trends for travel. Have you so far? We've got Link Me. I've done my Link Me. In fact, at the end of this, you'll be able to see get the link, and you'll be able to look at my example of how I've set up my Link Me. That may help you to set up your ones better as well. There's SoMe, which is coming, and again, we've got Panoorin, and there's you. So there's all these products and services that you may like, or you may think is okay. Maybe one of these you love, or maybe more. Like me, there's 2 or 3 that I really, really love. But you know what? When you're talking to that person, maybe they don't love these particular ones at the moment. This is not what they are into. So if you remember that, you know what? You can say, that's okay. They might tell you, say, oh, what would you like if it was inside there? When would you like to join if it was in there? They might say to you, you know what? If it has entertainment, if it has like movies and live stream, yeah, that's when I join. See? That's one of the things that's on the list to become into Crowd1. So when entertainment comes on, the person who's on the red, or maybe even the orange, that's when they will say, yeah, I'm ready. I'll come and have a watch again of the presentation and I'll join. I can tell you when probably almost all people will go from red to green. You know what area it is? It's this one. Communication. See, because every single person has pretty much in the world has a mobile device. See, when COVID locked us inside our house, who was still on the phones and on the computer and the laptop? Pretty much all of the world, right? And so when Crowd1 gets communication come on, how many of those reds will turn to orange or turn to green? Many, many, many will come on. And we get to hear about that in a few days' time, whether it's coming in the first 3 months of this year or a bit later on. See, we're going to get Jonas Eric Werner and the team sharing with us on the 29th, telling us the very latest. Let's pray and hope the entertainment communication come on, because then that's going to take our reds to the green faster, and that's going to help to build your business and also our crowd worldwide. So remember this, they may not be interested because it's only got that. But when this comes on, some will change. And when this comes on, probably most will change and they will join you. So keep them on your list and remember and ask them what would change their mind. Would entertainment change their mind? Ask them. Would communication change their mind? If you could earn money from having a mobile plan or internet plan, as well as have the same great deal, but earn money from it, would you be into it then? And I can tell you, most people will say yes. Awesome. Okay, let's have a look. Now that I've shown you all of that, given you some really great hints to do your business better, so that you can grow grow it more well and faster, let's go and have a look at the greatest promotion, which is also going to help you between now and the 1st of February with people that you may approach today and up till the 1st of February. See, any new person that comes on board from now to 1st of February, 1400 CET, they get to have an opportunity to get the fear of loss bonus supercharge. And I want to tell you, as a director and as someone who's been on here nearly 2 years in Crowd1, this is the best promotion that has ever been inside Crowd1. There's no better promotion ever so far, because you can come on at a €109 white package, and you know what? You can end up, if you do this well, the new person, in 14 days, you can be on a T-Pro. So €109 white pack, and 14 days later, you could be a T-Pro, which is worth €3,499, plus have an amazing start to your team and have some extra gifts to you. Do you want to hear about that? Okay, let's check it out. What is the fear of loss supercharge? Check it out. Now you can join on any of these packs, the new person, but on here, I'm just going to say, all you need to do is join on the white. The new person joins on the white and they sell 4 packages. That means people around their life that are close to them, whether they're family, friends, work, colleagues, or even strangers. Sometimes the stranger may join. You know what will happen? If you sell 4 packages, white packages only, that's all you need to do. All 4 will get a gold package, and that's worth €799 each. That's your team. That is your amazing team, which will thank you forever, especially if you go through the packages and show them what the gold packages has inside compared to the white. The white package is awesome for 109, but the gold package, just for joining your team as a new person, that is special. Now remember that it's only for the new people. It's not for the ones that are currently Crowd1 members. We had our time, and so we have it's finished for us. But the new people, you could benefit from this. So what happens to the new person? That's their team. It's 4 gold. But what else happens? They get, that person who joined on a €109, they get a titanium upgrade. So they go from white right up to the very top, titanium, and they also get a gold package voucher. See, that is amazing, right? So that means they get a titanium upgrade. So they go from 109 to 2499, plus they get a gold voucher for €799. Now, what will you do with that? You can use it as a gift. You can give it to someone who can't afford it. You can give it as a prize. You can sell it and make some more money. There's so many things you can do with this, and there is no other promotion ever before that's been able to help people so much. Myself, to get in the very best promotions that existed, I went from white to titanium and it cost me €599. That was the best I could do. And none of my members got a free upgrade to gold. They got a free upgrade to black, but not to gold. So this one is cheaper for me, for the new person like me. It would have been €109 instead of $599, and plus my members would have got gold. And that's what happened to the new person who joins 4 members: titanium plus a gold. But it gets even greater than this, because if someone here is really motivated and they want to change their life through this business, that means they want to go from whatever they're doing now. They say, look, I don't just want this to be a casual thing. I don't just want this to be a part-time thing. I want this to be a full-time business that changes my life. Then if they sell 8 packages within those first 14 days, and they only have to join a white €109, all those 8 persons that they join in their team get a gold package with €799 each. That is amazing. But you know what's even more special for the person who's joining them? The new person, and that could be your new team member that you're going to talk to tonight or in the next few days. The sooner the better. Then look what will happen. That they will get a titanium pro upgrade, which is worth $3,499. So someone can join for a white 109 package, and by joining 8 within 14 days, they will all get gold, and they will end up, the person who joined them will go from white 109 to 3499, the greatest package that exists, which includes all the products and services, as well as extra benefits in the future as more products and services drop inside Crowd1. Could be entertainment, could be communication. It's definitely going to be the multi-wallet. And then, you know what they also get? They get 2 gold vouchers. So can you imagine that? That you joined for €109. You ended up 14 days later, so on the 15th day, that you will be on the T-Pro worth $3,499. You will also, you didn't have to pay anything more. You just paid €109. You got 2 vouchers worth €799. Can you imagine that? Plus, you would have earned binary and matching bonus along the way. Can you see that this is the best promotion ever? For me to get up to Titanium Pro, it cost me €2,099. My members only got upgrades to black. I didn't get no gold package vouchers. That's okay, because I'm still happy because I joined early, so I got other benefits from the business. But I'm telling you now, instead of $2,099, if you join 8, your new person joins 8, they will go for €109 to the top pack. They'll save almost €2,000 that I had to do at the best deal. And they will get gold package vouchers, which they can give as prizes, give to someone who really needs it, or to sell and make money for their family, their loved ones around them. Isn't that amazing? This is the best ever promotion, and take advantage of it, because this could be life-changing for many people. So let's have a look at an example of someone who actually did this. Okay, so if you have a look here, this is someone who joined 4. Have a look. It says they got upgraded from black to titanium. That was the person who joined the 4. And the 4 downlines were upgraded from black to gold. And they also received a 1 gold gift code. Amazing, right? Now look at this one. This person here, they got 8 people in, right? So you can see they went from black to Titanium Pro. 7 of the downlines were upgraded from black to gold because they joined. 1 of them came in and they got upgraded from white to gold. And the person who went to Titanium Pro, see, they received 2 gold gift codes. Now, if you're used to the 9-to-5 job and you're not shaking your eyes, jumping up and down with happiness, then you need to go and get someone to maybe slap you around a few times. Go listen to some really jumping music, and then come back and watch this again on the recording. Why? Because if you don't listen to this, you will miss out on the greatest promotion ever that has been inside Crowd1. So don't miss out. It's available to the 1st of February, 1400 CET time. And if you want to, don't wait till the last moment to do it. I really recommend do it early, okay? Do it now, between now and then. So there you go. What is this all about? This is a microwave, right? I don't know, do you use the microwave? I use it pretty much every day. But this is how, I want to tell you about how people generally treat businesses, online businesses. And it's different to what's it called? Sorry, my screen just went away, didn't it? Let me go back to it. It's different to normal business. On a normal business, you work hard. But you know what? Sometimes people join businesses like Crowd1 and they expect it to work in 1 minute, right? It's like putting food in the microwave. Instead of roasting it for 2 hours or making the big meal over 2 to 4 hours, stick it in the microwave in 2 minutes, be ready and eat it. And that's what they sometimes treat the online business. You know, if it don't work in 2 minutes, that's it. It's a scam. I'm not going to do it. If it doesn't work in 2 months, that's it. I give up. But you know what? Do you ever treat your job like that? Do you ever go to your restaurant manager, if you're a caregiver, to the person you're caregiving for, and say, that's it. I'm not into it. This is taking too long. I've done this for 2 minutes. I've done it for 2 months. Never give up on it, right? You stay and work there for 1 year, 5 years. My goodness, you can work there all your life sometimes. But here, when we come to online business, when it's something we're not used to, when we're used to working at a normal job, we say, it don't work. And then we leave it after a short amount of time. But we can't treat it like a microwave. We've got to give it the respect like we would any other job. This is the other way that people often treat it. They go, Crowd1 or another online business. It's like the lotto. It's like, oh my gosh. And they just put the money in. They go, please just let me be successful. I shall be a champion. Win the $1 million. Come on, make me a director. But you know what? This is not lotto. When you're working a normal job, it's not like lotto, right? You can't just go, please, boss, just give me $100,000. I don't want to do any work. I just want to, whatever you want to do, just please. It never happened in your normal job. So why is it going to happen inside the business of Crowd1 or the business of any other one? Even crypto goes up and down, up and down. If you watch it too hard, you might get cross eyes. So it's not like a microwave. It's not going to happen in 5 minutes. Your job doesn't happen in 5 minutes. And it's not like lotto. So it's not going to happen in just like a luckiness. You'll have some special help. You'll have a great support team like you have here today. But you know what? You're going to have to work hard, just like your 9-to-5 job. The difference is that Crowd1 and other online businesses will make a bigger difference in your normal job. Your normal job, you can work all your life to maybe have a retirement and be okay. But Crowd1 and other online businesses will transform your life in a short amount of time. Maybe 1 year, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. It's better than your whole life ahead of you, right? Correct or not? So remember, don't treat it like a microwave and don't treat it like the lotto. Treat it with respect and work hard. And if you work hard in this business, you know what? You'll succeed better than you would in a normal job. Here's a very wonderful saying by Matt Morris. He's a multi-millionaire. He's also inside very successful in multi-level marketing businesses, which Crowd1 is. And he says here, the more you learn, the more you earn. So always keep innovating. That means being creative and never stop learning. Let me share a story about my uncle. He won the lotto, actually. He won the lotto about 30 years ago, 30 plus years ago. He bought a mansion. Imagine that. You can, $1 million is a lot now. But imagine that 30 years ago, it was worth so much. He bought a mansion, he bought a 4-wheel drive, he lived a high life, dress good, eat good, live good. You know what? That's what he did. But 30 plus years, only a couple of years ago, you know what he did? He came asking from family for a handout. Please help me. What happened to your mansion? What happened to your 4-wheel drive? What happened to your high living? You see, he didn't learn. And you and I, we can wish for win the lotto, but if we don't learn, we will lose it. Like my uncle will lose the money We'll lose the house, we'll lose the four-wheel drive, we'll lose the living if we don't learn the new way of living, of being successful. So keep learning so that when you get the money and the assets, you'll be better at looking after it and to use it for more wonderful opportunities for your spouse, your kids, and your loved ones around you. Okay? The more you learn, the more you earn. Don't be like my uncle and lose it all. And you're going to find a lot of different ways that you'll be able to, hopefully, I've given you some ways that you can now see better. Hopefully, I've given you some ways that now you can hear better from the people that will inspire you more. Just keep looking for the clues and following the people that are changing their lives. And guess what? You will change your life